Gotta get my tea here. So today I'm going to be reviewing Teavana. 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 What can I say about you other than I want to lock you in a damn sauna? For real though. Okay. Teavana is a store that is now owned by Starbucks that makes a delicious blend of loose leaf teas that really are absolutely scrumptious. They also make some really cool products for holding said tea and making said tea. But let me add in that they are really, really expensive. I mean, they are quite proud of their products, and I understand that to an extent, which would not really be an issue if it were not for the fact that, which would not be a problem except for the fact that their employees are some of the pushiest that I have ever seen. And I have worked in sales for most of my life, but I've had some really, really, really crappy experiences in that store. And I'm a person who likes to generally have a positive outlook in situations, but I've had some really, really crappy situations happen in that damn store. And it's not just me. Talk to other people, my family and my friends, and tell me down below your personal experience with Teavana and what's happened to you, because my sister, the first time she went in there, she was like 19. She's a little college student. She works at Blockbuster making $7.25 an hour, and she works her derriere off. She's so excited. It's the first time to go into Teavana. It's a brand new store in the mall. She's going to pick out some girly stuff and have a great night. You know, she's thinking she's going to drop 20 bucks in there. She goes in and they start pushing more and more product on her. Oh, you gotta try this, and you gotta get it in the tin because it's gonna last longer. It's gonna be fresher. It's not gonna be worth having really if you have it, you know, just loose leaf. You gotta get the tin, and then you're gonna get 2 extra ounces for free, and then you're gonna get, oh, you gotta get the rock sugar. The rock sugar is the best part. It's completely natural. It makes all of our teas taste better than they possibly could with any other sweetener. I mean, you can use honey and you can use sugar, but it is not the same as using real rock sugar. It is like eating the delicious pieces of sugar that are blasted out of the sugar volcano from Candyland. It is magical. Okay? So next thing she knows, she's walking out of there, the super, shopping high, and it strikes her. She just dropped $100 in a tea store. She just dropped like half of her paycheck in a tea store and burst into tears and called my mom. And so that was her first experience there. I had a very similar situation happen. In fact, she even warned me. She was like, Patricia, they're going to try and sell you a whole bunch. Excuse me. You do not need to buy a whole bunch. Okay, just no matter what they say that you want to buy loose leaf and whatever amount. Say $10 and make them stick to that. Okay? I walked out of there with $75 in tea. Do you know what happened? She's like, oh, you gotta get the tin, and you gotta get the rock sugar, and you gotta get this, and oh, and I'm gonna throw this in. I'm like, no, that's okay. And she's like, oh, this is the best time to buy all year. You're gonna get started, you're gonna start it on the right foot, you're gonna absolutely love this, you're gonna feel refreshed, you're gonna be drinking more fluids. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the cure to acne. No, really though. I was excited. Same situation. I was drinking on that tea for 8 months versus having multiple different kinds of tea that I would have tried and would have been ideal. They just kind of shoved me into getting a whole bunch of 2 specific kinds, which were good, but I would so much rather have variety. So this brings us to the last situation that happened at Teavana. I don't go in there very often. I get one specific kind of tea every single holiday season, which is white peppermint Rubos? I really should look this up. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it is absolutely fantastic. It tastes like, peppermint brownie in a cup. It's really, really good, especially when you add a little bit of sugar in it. It better be good. It has actual chocolate pieces in it. So, I'm like, Stephanie, that's my sister, all I want for Christmas is 2 tins of tea. All I want for Christmas is 2 tins of tea. 2 tins of tea, 2 tins of tea. And she says, okay, babe, I got this. So it's like October, November, and I'm like, man, I really want some of that tea. And they just brought it in, and it's in season, and I can go get a little bit, and that's gonna have variety. So this brings us to the last situation that happened at Teavana. I don't go in there very often. I get one specific kind of tea every single holiday season, which is white peppermint Rubos? I really should look this up. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it is absolutely fantastic. It tastes like, peppermint brownie in a cup. It's really, really good, especially when you add a little bit of sugar in it. It better be good. It has actual chocolate pieces in it. So, I'm like, Stephanie, that's my sister, all I want for Christmas is 2 tins of tea. Is 2 tins of tea. All I want for Christmas is 2 tins of tea. 2 tins of tea, 2 tins of tea. And she says, okay, babe, I got this. So it's like October, November, and I'm like, man, I really want some of that tea, and they just brought it in, and it's in season, and I can go get a little bit, and that's going to get me by until Christmas time, or my birthday, or whenever she gives it to me. So I'm going to the store. I had another person with me. The person with me just kind of like looking around, doesn't like tea, but he's just kind of enjoying the experience, watching what's happening as all these women go absolutely crazy in the tea store. And next thing you know, here comes an employee. He's like, yeah, how can I help you today? Welcome to Teavana. And I tell him what I want, and I told him exactly the kind of tea, and I told him that I wanted to spend $10 to $15. He's like, oh, we've got that. Oh, it's one of the best teas. I see you're looking at this, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you really, really need to get the tin. So we've got the tin here. It's only going to be $30, but you're going to get more in it at a discounted price. So in reality, it's going to be like you aren't even really spending that much more. You're going to save so much more money in the long run. And I'm like, I've done this before. My sister's getting me tea for my birthday in a month. Can you just please get me $10 to $15 worth of this tea? He once again starts talking. It's like, no, you don't understand. You have to get the tin. The tin is going to make it complete. And, if you do this and you get this, then I can throw in this for free. And you're going to be out of here with an awesome collection of tea. And I'm like, give me $10 to $15 worth of tea, boy. And he once again goes into his sales spiel. And at this point, literally, while he is mid-sentence, I go, and I walk right out the door, okay? The person who was with me just watches. An absolute shock. As the man is still talking about the tea over here, and I'm going out the door, and I'm like, you coming with me or what? And here he comes running behind. He was like, I cannot believe you just walked down on someone in a tea store. And I said, that poor man is getting paid goodness knows what to have to sell tea. With that much, clearly they are incentivized to sell their tea, as in bundles. There's something happening. There's a reason why they're really being pushed to sell this tea, because I have worked commission jobs many, many times before in my life, but I have never been so pushy in sales. There is a good way that you can help customers with customer service, and there are times I'd go in there and I would spend a lot of money, but they gotta understand that's not every time. Sometimes I just have $15 set aside to go get some tea. And when I come in and say, I need $15 in this tea, you just need to get me $15 in this tea. So, with that being said, I told my sister about the situation, and she said, that's okay, we'll skip it. We'll just skip it all together. She bypassed, went through the internet website, which I hear also has some pretty bad reviews, and ordered 2 awesome tins of tea for me. Thank you, Stephanie. I highly appreciate it. And now I'm sitting here sipping on some delicious tea, and my brother-in-law got me this cute little tea thing up here to hang the mugs on. And my mom got me this cute little mug, and I love it, love it, love it. But yeah, it was a very, very tea Christmas. So tell me down below what experiences you've had at Teavana, and tell me if you still continue to go or not, and if it was a positive experience or negative, if you have a favorite tea, and any other tidbits of information you'd like to throw in there. So once again, signing off, it is Patty Cakes on Patty Cakes time. I'm going to enjoy my tea. Have a good night, guys.